All right, good morning, everyone. Checking out the stock market this morning. Wait for some people to get here. Boeing had some pretty good news last night. They got a contract. Of course, I always get contracts. They're Boeing. This one was kind of big, though. And Boeing has a big, beautiful base that it's been forming. So we'll see if it can finally break out of that. Let's check out the Nasdaq. Down 0.37%. We ended yesterday at closing up. We're pretty much where I wanted it. We'll see how that works out. I still feel like we just need more. Ooh, Aquin Financial. What's up, Eli? Yeah, what is Tesla doing? It said it was down 4% overnight when I saw it yesterday. SEC investigation and all. Good job, Eli. Or, Eli. Elon. Ooh, 270, wow. 12%. Foursquare daily, huh? Some old settings I haven't seen in a while. So way down to here. Anytime it's had come down towards this 250 level has been a buying opportunity. I'm not sure if the SEC, I don't know much about it, I guess. I guess we should learn more about it. Don't know if we can. Oh, they're seeking removal from Tesla? Wow. Yeah, this could be bad. I don't remember anything similar to this or even close. What? Are you kidding me? Yeah, maybe this is one of the key reasons why. Under fire for its perceived failure to promptly bring significant cases in the financial crisis and other episodes. Yeah, so you're telling me that the 1 billion insider trading information cases are going to go, um, that they've missed. They're going to make it up with trying to kick Eli out. Man, that could be bad if they kick out Musk. Like, really bad. What's up, buddy? Hold on, guys. Alright, I'm back. Got my kid with me. My little James boy. Let's look at some of those pre-market movers. James, you want to look at pre-market movers?
What are those?
The lines?
No.
What? What are pre-market movers?
Lions.
They're stocks that are moving pre-market. We saw IGC yesterday on that gap. Looks like they're gapping up again. We've seen this before, guys, just recently. Alright. You've been scalping Tesla, Nighthawk? That's some pretty good trading. You should scalp this thing too. This IGC up another 17% this morning. 541, right about there. See if it comes down and pops back up. Maybe that'll be a good turnaround. CCXI. FBC. OCN. It's a mortgage firm. $20 to the right. Yeah, they've had better days. Fold. I could get going just because his name is Fold. CRTN. Not much there. ZIOP. Maybe somehow turnaround play. Don't know if it's right now, but in a nice downward channel. ZIOP was camp. James, we're going camping in a couple weeks. Yeah, speaking of which, I gotta mention that to the Power Hour guys. Won't have Power Hour Saturday, Sunday.
I hope I see an animal.
Oh, you'll see an animal.
I want to get a bone from the animal.
You want to find a bone?
Yeah, I can.
ACHV. Yeah, let's do it, James. MRTX. Was looking good, not so much anymore. Amid. Man, none of these look good. NBVV, BEV. MTL. Nothing really doing. Nothing doing today. See what Investors Business Daily is doing today. Probably everyone's just too busy looking at Tesla. Do much anything else. Of course, Amazon looks good. Apple joins IBD 50, so that's good. The number one influencer in growth stock pricing. Earnings per share. This is a pretty good reason to look at some fundamentals. So this is, if you go to investors.com, right there, the number one influencer in growth stock picking. You can probably search that later if you're looking for the article. Earnings per share. The number one influencer on growth stocks, also known as EPS. Most critical factor in picking growth stocks is EPS. There you go. If you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. Sounds good to me. James, you're 4, right? You're not quite 6, right? I'll explain it to you in a couple of years. Earnings per share. 4 facts. Don't settle for promises. Settle for examples. Alright, embrace earnings per share, non-investing stories. Don't fall in love with a stock that lacks earnings. And they mentioned Tesla with so much attention. Ignore one-time earnings gains. Look for accelerating earnings growth. That's important. I always like to look for that. Earnings per share and seasonality. Yeah, some companies are biased by season, so you should take a look at that in the proper context. Alright, that's important stuff. Ooh, market's open. Why don't you guys tell me the market's open? It's all your fault. Beat is in a buy zone. Let's look at Beat. Okay. Yeah, not super bad. Wish we had a little more volume, but Boot's going down. You want to learn about lions? Yeah. Tilroy up 9 to 10%. Look at that coming back pretty quickly. SNCR, this is an oil play if I remember correctly. But you should double check that and not take what I say on that one for granted. What do we got in the bottom here? Tesla down 10%. So that's an improvement already. Torch, Race, Emmys, CRISPR, Manhandlers, Funko, Momo. What's Funko done? We haven't looked at Funko in a bit. Actually, there's a bottom day. I think we talked about it right on one of those 2 days right there. NVGS, WHD. Pretty good day yesterday. NASDAQ down 0.2. It was down 0.4 earlier. So looking pretty good. Just another normal day on Wall Street. Nothing crazy. Yeah. No major opportunities. MJ being the MJ stock. Oops. So still chilling around that $40 breakout level. Did you do that? You did, didn't you? What? You say, excuse me.
Excuse me.
Sticky boy. Ew. Hold on. Sat on Timas forever. Oh, there you go. Yeah, right. That's a good little run. The same thing happened with WHD. I sold it, and then we had one of these big up days. You don't have to cry, James. Just say, "I'm back." Yeah, it pays to if something's not really misbehaving badly, it pays just to be patient with it. If you bought it on good merit, you never know when they're actually gonna go. You just never do. You're up early today, buddy. Sure you don't want to color this cool pumpkin picture? You know? I don't know if it's RIP for Tesla quite yet. Give them the benefit of the doubt there. There's the AMRN we talked about, that high tide flag. They tested that breakout point yesterday, but never went past it. And yeah, let's see what it do. Where are you going? You slider. You're sliding. Yeah, that's interested in that one. Let's see what that thing can do. High tide flag situation and all. Usually takes more than 4 days. Usually it takes a couple of weeks. You'll have another dip. But that's a pretty good flag right there. Okay, quadruple U we saw yesterday as well in this beautiful little formation. Still maintaining it, hasn't broken out. That could be good to go for a good little breakout there. STZ. Gotcha. STZ starting to look a little froggy. Look at the change in behavior. You got a bull flag with declining volume right there. Earnings is coming up too. That sucks. 8-4 or 10-4. And that could be good potential. Looks like it's above the 50-day. That could cross it over the 200-day. Yeah, yellow's our 10-day. So there's our 200-day. Could cross it right above there in STZ. Constellation Brands. In, I guess, a double bottom. There's one bottom. There's a second bottom. This could be a double bottom base. But I really like this action right on the right side of the chart. Hey, Bumps. Let's put my normal volume tool on here. There we go.
What? I'm gonna learn about animals.
You learn about animals every day. Hmm? Yeah, I know. It always takes too long. You want to stand behind me? All right. GPS. Let's check out GPS. Oh, Gap. Gap Industries, not too bad. It's, yeah, pretty far down. Let's look at the weekly. Okay. I guess you could call it a bottom. No major signals there. Kind of go along with, let's see what Coors is up to. Up a little bit more. Okay, up past the buy point finally again. After a brief jaunt to the downside after the news that they're going to buy Versace for a couple $1 billion, a couple billion and change. So looks like they're moving back through the buy point, which is a healthy sign. And that's always fun when that happens. Home Depot poking its little head up just a little bit. What else we got? We got Funko. We looked at them a second ago, but it looks like they're curling up a little bit. They're, I think we talked about potentially buying them over that trend line right there, over that high. So you could have gone in a little bit lower here, but it's doing okay. Let's look at now. And now it's just charging higher. Just in the channel, respecting the channel. See, James? Look, it hit that line. Look at it. Did it touch the line?
Mm-hmm.
Right there and right there. Did it touch it there? Did it touch it there? Yeah. Just moving. LLY base. Let's look at LLY. Ooh, fancy. Yeah, that's pretty nice right there, as a matter of fact. You got a high at 107.84 after a pretty good run up from that 90 level straight up to 107.84. Where are you going? I already bored James. He's out of here. I do like flat bases. I wish the volume was a little bit lighter, to be honest with you. But I mean, the price action is very tight. What this implies is that they're eating this stock alive. Anytime it gets under, right at that 105, they're just not letting it go down. Let's go look at Investors Business Daily and see what some of the fundamentals are on this thing. .95 composite rating, relative strength is 90. Rank number 4. Industry group rank is 27. Let's pull it up here. EPS last quarter 35%. Last 3 quarters is 30. Pretty good. Earnings surprise a little bit there. 3 years growth rate's a little bit lax, but that's okay. Sales change. It's a huge drug company. I'm not super surprised at those numbers. Pre-tax margin's good. ROE's good. Only a few red, and they're not even. The reds aren't even horrible. Oh, this is today. Third biopharma grabs approval in migraine prevention market. What do you have? What do you have? You found Lammy?
Yeah, she was on the side of Mommy's bed.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Good job. You gonna sit with Lammy? James found his Lammy. You've been missing that for like what, a week?
Maybe 4 minutes, maybe 4 hours.
Maybe 4 hours. Okay, close enough. But yeah, so overall, not bad things here. 114 billion market cap, A accumulation distribution rating, up down volume is 2.1. That is, you usually don't see that in a $114 billion stock, that kind of accumulation rating. So the up down volume is basically where they take the 50-day ratio, they divide the total volume on up days by the total volume on down days, a greater ratio than 1.0 implies positive demand for the stock. And Eli Lilly has 2.1. I haven't seen 2 that often, honestly, guys. Just haven't. Maybe I've seen 1. It was like a 4.1, but that was a really small stock. I saw 1 or 2 3s, 6 2s, and many, 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 many 1s. But nary a 2 on a $140 billion. This may be huge. Time for more work, ladies and gentlemen. Do some LLY work. I may arbitrarily get in too, Eli. I mean, it's got a little bit of curl to it here in the past couple of days, it looks like. Starting to edge its way a little bit higher. And there's a little bit of distribution here, but... Oh, wow.
Daddy.
Yeah, James.
What about
110 is 315. You're joking. Your target on this is going to be like 129.50. No way. There's no way. This is almost exactly my Boeing trade. Dude, that's ridiculous. I just better sell everything and just buy this. Earnings coming out in November.
Daddy?
Yeah, exactly, right?
Daddy.
No, this is where you just do a crap ton of homework. Yes, James.
I want to learn about animals on the tablet.
I know, buddy. Why don't you get dressed for the day, and then I'll let you do that, okay? Do the stuff you need to do. Get your socks, shoes, teeth, okay? Okay. Now, let's do our due diligence here, guys. This one is, this is important. I mean, there's a lot of days we don't do a lot of important stuff here. We just kind of go through the market, but this could be important. And this is, oh man, this would have been a really good, look at that one, Eli. That's my play right there. That would have been gangbusters. This could be just as good. So the base isn't quite fully formed yet. Alright guys, hold on, I'll be right back. Yeah, remember those slap you in the face trades, Eli? This is kind of one of those. Yeah, but this is Eli Lilly. It's a 110, billion-dollar company. This is basically Bitcoin. $110 billion market cap. And yeah, I mean, we talked about a high tide flag earlier on what is it, AMRN, high tide flag. This isn't, this doesn't meet the full definition, but it's the same concept. The same concept of a high tide flag. A failure to go much lower at all means they're just eating up shares. And yeah, I don't know what exactly is happening. Anything can lose 80% in 8 months. Absolutely, I'm saying that. So in this situation, I almost want to get that April, Eli. I almost want to get the April because the percentage gain is just so stupid. I mean, even the June is easy. The June is easy money. You can go to June 2019 and make a ton of money. But still, just for 20% here, going out to, and this is why these long bases are good. Right? Like that's because the volatility goes down to nothing. And this should have been, this was the point, Eli, right there. That was the entry point. And that would have got you from there to here at 3,000%. I don't know. I mean, we can go back. Let's go back and look. So this is July 9th. So look at July 9th. There it is. So that Friday on July 9th, if you would have bought yourself a leap out to January, and you would have given yourself a 20%. I love the fact they have a chart down here. So July 9th, where they finally broke out. Okay, 20% would have put you right up here. 105.44. So looking at 105, just on that one alone, you're looking at well over 500% at the 100. I can't run it through the calculator, but there's another $5 for $1.75 and another $5 for $2.58. So, I mean, the thing went up to, just do the easy math on that. You're a little better than I am at that, Eli. I'm not sure which one of these would have been the best, but if you look at the 100, right now, if you just bought that one, well, let's say you took it easy and bought this one, you'd have had a $10, which would give me about 400%. So let's say about this 95. Let's say about the 95 at 175 and 100. $13.80. This is like 600%. The 95 option. So, well, no. What I'm going through is why this, why this is the buy and what the result could have been. And this is a similar situation. You're right. Hopefully this isn't one of those woulda, shoulda, coulda situations. I wish Devon was smaller though. That's one thing the flaw I see in this chart. If you guys hear too much background noise, please let me know. I can close my door, but I'm into this one right now, so volume app. Darn it. All right, there we go. So like this is, if we had smaller volume through this whole area, I would just be loving this. But you got a few signals in here that there's some selling. And the average hasn't really gone down. Hmm. That's so freaking nice right there. I wonder if that's even let's see if there's a measured move out of here. That's about the measured move. And that would be the measured move there. Let's take that down a notch to do 125. Wow. Nighthawk, you talking to Eli or myself? It is chat. You got to preface it a little bit with some context, buddy. You know what's funny? I think I got a new spin on my strategy here. I love it. I love it. All right, so let's do. Let's do an alert right there. $107.53. Could be Eli. I mean, as aggressive a strategy as this is, could be. But there's it's a very boring way to you end up running the risk of boring trades.
You know what sexy lady means?
What?
Do you know what sexy lady means?
What does it mean?
A girl that's pregnant.
No, it means a girl that's pretty. Blame us. But we don't need you saying that thing, okay? Not yet. Blame us. Oh, sorry. Hold on, guys. All right. So he heard that from Gangnam Style at the end of a movie called Nut Job, which is a kids animated film. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? I mean, it's nothing bad, but just a little curious coming from a 4-year-old. All right, so Eli may have found the trade of the last half of the year right here, to be quite honest with you. And still my short ETF on silver. Is that SLV? Where'd you get in on this one? Did we talk about this? EXTO eligible. Oh, 24.5. Okay. Yeah, they have their new 24.5 trading. ZSL. Huh? ZSL, that's not right. Oh, is this a ultra short silver? Oh, okay. Wow. I got the low at 28.95. You got in way down here? How does that even happen? That's fantastic. Wow. Depending on how many shares you have, you could try to sell some puts on it or something. Yeah. You ready? All right, hold on, guys. All right, I'm back. And probably can't stay too much longer. Tone's talking about precious metals with stocks being a better bet. That's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. That's been correct for like 4 years. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Like 15 years. And you're just now talking about that? Yeah. Waiting for silver to get near $10, huh? Oop, Amarin's moving. Amarin's moving, guys. Oh, getting close to the line. Keep an eye on that one if you're interested. That was up 1%, now it's up 5%, so keep an eye on that one. Keep an eye. We'll put it right there. And I want to look at SLV. Oh, yeah, I don't know why people are so hyped about gold. Yeah, I don't get it. That's because they haven't traded long enough. When you trade for a while, you realize that gold goes in these massive market cycles. They last a very, very long time. The stock cycles are pretty cyclical. They can change, twice a year, you know. But when you're dealing with gold, it just they can go on. They can have a 20-year trend. If it's not a bull trend, you're just like, eh. Then you just get bored with it. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess silver could get down. Let's take a peek at really long term. Some people just like to latch onto things. That's all. Uh, wow. Oh, this is SLV. No wonder it only goes back so far. What's a silver futures? SL1. They've got a lookup tool, which is pretty cool. I guess it would be structured products. Nothing. Indices, ETFs. That's dumb. It's only for stocks. Okay, I don't know. Let's just look at, I guess, the long-term chart of silver. Hundred-year historical chart price. Okay, so looking at this, it looks like. So here's the 100-year. I don't quite know how to get that up on my charting platform. This is in log scale too. So my chart goes back to about there. Prior to that, we went into a bear market. There's a lot of support down here at I think it's going back to 10. Well, all you got to do is, yeah, if you believe that, like I said, I don't know how many shares you have, but maybe you can, if you got over 100 shares of of this one, what was it, ZSL, maybe you can sell some calls on it or something, do something to kind of offset, like sell some weekly puts or something, because what you can do, I really don't mean to get anyone into options trading, but some very, very safe trading would be to try to sell some short-term puts and calls if it's advantageous. It's SI, not SL. Okay, silver. SI1C? No. Silver TAS Futures SIT. No. Oh, just SI. Okay. No appendage, just SI. There we go. Alright, so you're thinking this bottom's going to fall out down here. Now that looks like Bitcoin. That looks a lot like Bitcoin. Minus this big trend right there. I don't know, it's a very likely place to bounce. They could probably bounce very high. Morning, Nick. Yeah, this seems like a natural bounce area to me there, Nighthawk. I don't know if I would be super continuing to hold a major short position here. If it bounces up again, maybe it retests this 1585 level, something like that, 1550 to 1580. I mean, if you're willing to hold through that, but that's going to erase quite a bit of gains. I don't know exactly where you shorted from, but I would definitely try to wait for a bounce and a failure. Then I would even, I think, rather hold this short. Unless you're going to, because looking at this chart, my friend, you're going to, I mean, even if it V's up like this, it's going to bounce into January. It could bounce into January without too many issues. And that's an aggressive bounce. I mean, it may just go sideways like this and bore you to death. If you've got, you say you're up 40%, I don't know, I would maybe see if it comes down down lower, but I would almost argue it's a good profit-taking area. You've got to take profits at some time, and maybe this is a decent time to do it. See, it's pretty long in the tooth for it to be kind of just another stair step down. So, mull it over, think it over, go over the risk versus rewards, and make a decision there. I mean, there's no major bottoming signals down here, though. But this is just such long-term support right there that it's more than likely to have a natural reaction than go down through it. I don't think there's anything major fundamentally wrong with the silver market. So you have to take that into perspective, too, is that, fundamentally what's driving this, is it just pure normal price action and speculation, or is there a fundamental force? And I don't know if there's a fundamental force driving silver lower. So, all right, guys, I'm going to get out of here, take my kids to school and stuff. LOY, chart of the day, guys. Don't lose track of this thing, as I just blew up my chart there. I'm going to get this tattooed on the underside of my eyeball lid so I can see it every single day. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. See you guys tomorrow. Oh, wait, today's Friday. I will see you guys on Monday. So, have a good weekend. Eli, see you Wednesday, right? See you guys.